I'm choosing to cook the paddlefish over a fire instead of our beautiful studio kitchen. The reason why I'm doing it is because this fish has been the same for but 110 million years, remained unchanged morphologically, which means people have been eating it for centuries. And most likely, they were just cooking it like this over a fire with maybe a little bit of salt. Salt or sodium chloride, just the two of those things mixed. Table salt is essential for human life. Without salt, we wouldn't be able to regulate the way our bodies hold moisture. It also has a lot to do with muscle and nerve health. So you absolutely need salt to survive. Now the Native Americans that were probably, but might not be, the very first people to eat this fish got most of their salt from their diet of wild game. So they would get some from the animals, which would equate to probably like 1/30 of what we get right now in our daily diet, which isn't necessarily a good thing, but without it, you wouldn't live. So again, we're gonna go with just a little bit of that salt. Keep in mind there's been wars fought over salt. And if you look in ancient Egyptian tombs, you'll find salted fish. Some of our common foods like salad is named after salt because the ancient Egyptians used to salt their leafy greens. So it's just kind of an interesting thing is like, as people, salt is so important. In the Confederate Army, one of the generals actually allowed people to pass on fighting if they would work the salt flats and actually help gather salt for the military. That's how important it is. So it seems kind of cool to have a fish that's that old, that is so unique, that people have been eating for so long, to cook it using just a little bit of olive oil and that salt and really get the real flavor. So I'm gonna put this, coals are burned down now, fire looks good, putting the skillet right on top and let the oil heat up and then we'll throw the fish in. All right, we got it golden brown on each side, so I think it's about done. Take this one out first. Put on the wood there. Talk about primitive, huh? Absolutely beautiful. You know what's interesting is the meat itself is like the texture. I would equate it if you took like pork fat and mixed that with fish and blended it, and that's kind of what it is. Like when it's raw, I feel like you could almost squeeze it and run it through your fingers. Because of that, it just makes it so unique. Ryan, you want to try this too?
I'm not gonna miss this. Is this yours or mine?
This was my fish, so it wasn't your dinky one.
Usually the smaller is a little better.
I'm surprised by the juiciness.
Okay, it's a little bit like the hamburger turkey patties.
Yeah, mine, this one's a little bit more well done. It was in the deeper oil, but.
I mean, it's pretty standard because it's salt and oil, but.
I like it better than, it almost has a tuna fish under flavor.
Yeah.
And not like tuna where you get it from the ocean, but like tuna fish, like out of the can, kind of like that.
Actually pretty good.
I like it.
I like it. It's probably a little overdone, but we did do it over a fire, so what are you gonna do?